Alright, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the TierX finale. Round 11, this got postponed because of some technical issues we had at that time. So we're back for the finale for the Xbox League, and join with me in the comms, I'm Moto. Join with me is our streamer for tonight is Dan, and my co-commentator is Helium. What's up, lads?
Hey Moto, yeah, it's all good on my end, and I hope the same goes for you. It's a pleasure to be commentating you once again for the finale of TierX, which was unfortunately postponed due to low attendance earlier on. But yeah, we will have an exciting spectacle this weekend, this time. All right then,
Y-
yeah, go ahead.
sorry about that. And we head to Silverstone tonight, so high-speed circuit, one of the classic circuits, a proper driver's track through and through, and yeah, it looks like a good prospect, and we should head on to the track map and Hotlap guide. So Silverstone, 5.89 kilometers long, 18 corners, some iconic names like Luffield, Village, Abbey, Maggots and Beckett's, very high-speed S section, and some cambered, off-cambered corners, some in-cambered corners, and yeah, great track all around, and usually promotes very good racing. Come on board a lap of the Silverstone circuit. Now heading to turn 1, it's a flat out. Want to use minimum steering and keep it as smooth as possible as to not throw off any speed. Into turn 2, trail brake extremely heavily and then just a light dab on the brakes for turn 4. Slingshot the car into Brooklands. You want to keep a wide line and watch out for the DRS board on either side of the track and open it with a few extra Ks you will need to overtake on this track. Braking just after 50 for the Luffield section. Lots of different lines you can experiment with through here, but as we see, take a tight line and then slingshot the car onto the second straight, which is formerly the pit entrance and the old GPs. Now into Cobb's Corner, it's relatively flat out, but again, you have to be very accurate with the steering as to not scrub any speed off the car. Into Maggots and Beckett's as you glide from apex to apex, keeping the minimum speed high. Just a dab on the brakes in the Beckett section and slingshot the car into hanger straight. Watch out for the DRS board on either side of the track. Open it for the extra Ks. Now into store section, you want to brake just after the curb starts. And just a dab on the brakes and then you flick the steering onto the right and get a great exit. And to Vale, tires are crying by this point, but you just got one more corner, so hang on as you get a slingshot exit onto the start finish straight, and that's a lap of Silverstone. And we're back. And we're back from that rather high rapid hot lap there from the Ferrari driver. Yeah, just a correction. So join with us in the comm box tonight is not Helium, it's Directnutria. What is up, my man?
Yeah, man, it's all good. I'm very excited for this final race, which got postponed earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like a good prospect. And Silverstone also has a high chance of rain. So we shall see if that can add to the thrills and chills we'll have over here in Silverstone in the UK. So I think we should be heading into the lobby. The lobby should be up for qualifying, and we'll have a look at who is going to get pole position.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, I just
about that, the lobby is still not up. I'm very sorry to disappoint you, Moto. We still have drivers joining in, so it will take a while before the racing is on. So before we go on board on board to the stream, why don't we talk about the TRX Championship, how it's been so far this season? So the drivers champion has already been crowned. So that will be Aerodev, aka Devdutt Menon, the Williams driver, who's put on a mostly dominant performance throughout the season. He's been having that extreme amount of pace throughout the since last few races, and very few people who've been able to keep up with him. In fact, only the 2-3 drivers of the likes of Pasty and Catty, and I don't know if I'm missing out any more names, but yeah. So but even then, Aerodev has had a fairly easy sort of race in the last few events. So yep, and that reflected in the championship as well, with him taking the win by quite a margin. In fact, with one race left to go, he's won the championship.
Yeah, absolutely, and yeah, he's been really dominant this entire season, and he's been challenged on a few circuits and a few occasions, but yeah, just relentless pace throughout, and I think the WCC is still in contention, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I am checking, but no. Wait, hold on a second. I think I. Yep, I am. I think it is Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo has taken the win. The constructor standing itself as well. So, yep, the Alfa Romeo drivers of Simply YT and Pre, I think, yeah. Pre the Pro, these two drivers have backed the constructors title for their respective teams, and the lobby is up. Let's quickly go on board. So yeah, I hope it's all audible, pretty loud and clear enough for you.
Yes.
I'll just check the stream.
Yep. So right now we are seeing Aerodev on his outlap, the championship leader, the drivers' champion, in fact.
Yep.
They being the first one to step out, followed by Axel Bobby.
So I'm pretty sure he wants to finish this last one with a bang. So yeah, he's still going to be gunning for this, and just another win to add to his tally. He wouldn't mind that. So yeah, expecting a strong performance from him.
Yes, indeed. And since this man is driving on a wheel on an Xbox, he'll have a relatively easy going here in Silverstone, considering that it's like a balanced track. Actually, I wouldn't say so, but then the S's of Cops, Beckets and Maggots are quite challenging, and as we see that Axel Bobby was trying to take the old pit lane into he was trying to go into that old pit lane, but
Someone's been playing too much ACC recently, it seems. Maybe. But yeah, I think the WCC has been sealed as well by Alpha. So no contention, nothing to fight for. These drivers just are they have nothing to lose. So they're just going to be going absolutely rampant and trying to just push as much as they can. And we'll be having a very exciting race, I guess.
Yes, can we go on board Aerodev? He seems to have started his his hot lap. Yeah, thank you for that. Oh, and Moto, can you take it away, please? I don't know the corner name, so yeah, you're the best one to go for this.
Yep, as he's heading down I think this is the Hangar Straight, I might be wrong though. Now approaching the Lucky section, you want to be braking just after the 50-meter board there. Tail brake into the corner, take a late apex, and for this one you can experiment with a lot of lines. So yeah, get on the part as soon as possible, get the wheel straight so you don't lose the traction on the rear. Approaching one of the most iconic corners, and the corner behind, which has a lot of controversy behind it as well. If you've seen the last season of F1, he nails that pretty well, and yeah, I think that was flat out, or maybe not, don't know. As he's heading to Maggots and Beckets, you want to be carrying as much speed as you can and then get a slingshot exit onto I think this is the Hangar Straight. So yeah, onto the Hangar Straight now, and then he's approaching Stowe section. You want to be braking just after the curb starts on the left, and again carry as much speed as you can. He misses the apex there by a few meters, but yeah, not bad. And into Vale, again carrying as much minimum speed, but make sure you get a good exit as well, and be very careful on the rear as you're just turning and throttling at the same time. So the load of the car will be shifting all over the place as you're trying to get on power. And it's a 26.4. That's a very competitive lap for a banker, actually.
This man has effectively broken my time trial record. I don't know how he does it week in and week out.
Banker.
Yeah. Oh man. I don't know if you noticed, but the hot lap video, the driver did a lap of a 25.8 something I'm not sure.
That was
but it was
pre-patch.
25.
That has
Yeah,
to be pre-patch.
it was definitely pre-patch. But for the way this guy Aerodev is going, I think he's going to break that record also.
Yeah.
It's like this man, he's just something else really. I don't know if it's something with the Xbox platform itself that gives that a bit of edge over that that bit of smaller lap time when compared to the PC platform. But yeah, it just amazes me how fast this guy is.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see the Ferrari of Alex Bobby just going for a lap. Yeah, he's done 28-1. That's quite a bit off the pace, but I don't think he was pushing at all. And we shall have a look at what he does on his next lap. I think the telemetry does not work for Xbox. Is that right?
Yep, we won't have the in-game to in-house telemetry for this one. We'll have to rely on the game's inbuilt telemetry.
Yep, indeed. And I mean, qualifying does look very dry. Clear skies ahead. But you never know, rain could be wet. So maybe Aerodev has forgotten about that and he's just gone on an all-out qualifying dry setup. And some of these other drivers have gone for a wet setup. You never know. He might struggle in the race as well. So yeah, we'll have to have a look and see if the race is going to be wet or not.
Well, rain will always be wet, but unfortunately, it looks like
The race,
simply
sorry.
white. Yeah, I think you were hoping that nobody would have caught on to that, but yes, I have sharp ears, Moto.
Yeah.
But yes, it looks like dry is also wet for Simply Whitey, who is going on a stint on that set of winters. Yeah, I mean that's most probably him trying to get some rubber down on the track. And maybe get some practice laps in. Simply
Trying
White
to
is
save his real tires.
Alright, I don't know how that works, and yeah, man's gone off the
That
track.
just goes to show that inters on a dry track aren't really a good option at all. So even if you do want to rubber in the track, surely just go out in a set of slicks. It doesn't matter. But yeah, we have some more times coming in. 29-0 on a set of mediums by the Walking Nut 86. And yeah, he needs to be running, otherwise he won't be getting anywhere near the top at that time. And now spectating Mist 1108. He's on a lap. He's invalidated, so yeah, he's backed out of that. His ERS is back to 100. And he'll probably be going again for another one, but you do not want to be doing too many consecutive laps.
He's low on fuel. He's going back in.
He's coming back. Yeah.
I think Pre the Pro is approaching the start-finish straight. Can we go on board him, please?
Number 6.
Yeah, he's in P6. Pre the Pro, my man. Yeah, I think it might be due to the bit of delay between.
Yeah.
It's always there. Yeah. We're very sorry for rushing you there. We forgot there for a bit about that.
Fourth gear through
he's
there,
gone
and yep.
It's been a lot.
Even in fourth gear, he kept fourth gear through that left hand. I don't know how he got rotation with that high of a gear.
I think he was going full lock into that that corner.
And he didn't open up his steering quick enough, so yeah, he suffered for that, and maybe he has to go out on a new set of tires because again, you do not want to be doing consecutive laps in the softs here.
Can you just take over the comm box for a bit, Moto? I'll be right back.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Moto,
Yeah.
what are your predictions for the race?
Yeah, I'm thinking Aerodev might just sweep the field again and take the win because from his qualifying time, it seems that I don't think anyone will be touching that time because no one has set a good lap time even within half a second of it yet. So yeah, it looks like a clean sweep for Aerodev this one.
Sure thing. What about P2 and P3?
P2, I'm guessing If Catty can hook up his lap, then him and then P3 would be either HP or simply. Not sure which one of those two I'd go with, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a bold prediction. Don't you think safety car will change the story?
Yeah, it could, though I don't think Britain has that high of risk of for a safety car because the walls aren't too perilously close here and yeah, a lot of runoff available.
I'm expecting at least one safety car within the race.
As
Let's see.
Aerodev goes even faster, but only by a couple of hundredths because yeah, he still is in the 26.4s and his banker time was a high 26.4s, so he's still within that 10th and yeah, it's still a very good lap and no one has come close yet.
I think Stealthy Sunny is on his Hotlap.
Just give me a minute, Nutria. I'll be back in a minute. I'll just have some work to attend to.
Yes.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Yep,
Good
looks.
timing, Dan. Very good timing.
Yeah.
Motors just left. He said he had some work.
Yep, that's all right. I think we can manage the com box until then. Can we? Is that HB on his first hot lap? It looks. It says that he's already
Yeah,
done a lap, but probably had
No.
invalidated.
Yeah, that's.
Oof, he locks up considerably going into. I think that's Brooklyn's. I don't know what this corner's name is, but yeah, he takes a really wide line through this corner. Oh, narrowly invalidates. Takes a narrow line through that. Can we have the onboard cam, please, quickly?
Just FYI, he's
Yep.
still not been validated.
But it looks like he's low on fuel, so he should be. Oh, that's not the way to take that corner, my man. Yep, he will have definitely lost a tenth or two there just by going over that sausage. So he's trying to take some toe off that Alpha driver. And looks like he set a purple sector 2, but that's probably another one of glitches. Takes another, goes wide through Chapel as well. He approaches. Motor just mentioned this corner's name, but I forgot about it again. Gets the traction almost right and good. Oof, and he does a 27.41, which is a pretty decent lap considering that he is on a set of mediums. So, and that to a lap old medium.
Yeah.
Medium side. Yep. Good one from him. I think he will definitely go for the alternate strategy now.
Yes.
Yeah. So can we go on with Stealthy Sunny? He looks to be on a hot lap. I think he's coming out of Chapel.
I think it's.
That's sad. Quite unexpected because that's I think he was still on his. I think he was on his hot lap. On his hot lap.
Yeah, but I think he avoided the last one.
Well, that's okay. So I completely failed to notice this, but Axel Half, the driver we're on board right now, is Haphazard King, and he's changed his name to what we see right now on the screen. So, we usually have him on the com box for TierX, but unfortunately our man has decided to. I mean, unfortunately for us, of course, but fortunately for him, he is back to racing after that small hiatus that he had, and this man is again, I don't know if that's a glitch or not, but yeah, takes a really neat line through that corner as he approaches turn 17. Takes it really well, in fact. Gets the traction right, is almost low on fuel, goes very low, and did he improve on that lap?
I think so. Okay, actually.
Okay, so but in the meantime, Catty has gone P2 with 26.993. So that's the second driver who's into the 26s. Yeah, good for him, I guess. And yep, there are no other drivers who are on a hot lap currently. I think Aerodev is about to start a second hot lap. Oh, that's walking that too. Who's is he out? I don't think he's out. Yeah, but he's. I think there was. Oh, that was an unsafe rejoin. I think it was good that. I don't know if it was. Yeah, it was Stealthy Sunny who was pretty. Who was wary enough of his surroundings to slow down enough on time.
Yeah, it was.
Luckily, he was only on an outlap, so probably won't get reported for impeding. But still, that was quite a risky entry. Might have watched Stealthy Sunny's stint. And that's oh man, he's completely I don't think he's aware of what's going on right now. This man is just impeding drivers left and right. I think that was probably Aerodev. Should have been Aerodev. Can we go on board him, please, quickly? Yeah, no, that wasn't Aerodev. Yeah, it wasn't. It was probably. I think it was Haphazard King himself. Yeah, and it's Catty. Catty's retired, coming into the pit, so I think he's had enough. Meanwhile, Aerodev is making his. I think we can stick on board Aerodev himself, please. Yeah. Let me just quickly load on the track map for the circuit because but this corner, of course, Cobbs takes it completely flat, nails it in fact, approaches Beckett's and Maggots, takes a nice neat line through that. Minimizes the amount by which he had to lift off. So yeah, there was a pretty neat line through there. Again, game says a purple sector 2, but we can never know. Chappell taken cleanly as well. He's taken the most extreme line possible. Brakes right on time, locks up his front left for a bit. That was a pretty rapid line that he took. A narrow line through the last corner, and he's improved by 1.5 tenths. So yeah, that's a mighty lap from champion.
Crazy lap from Aerodev.
Yes, indeed, a lap worthy of a champion. Unfortunately, Aerodev will be leaving IRC after this season due to personal commitments. We were very much looking forward to racing with him for season 9 in the FR 2022 game. Well, we cannot always have the best of things, and unfortunately, TierX's best driver will not be with us.
Well, now you see final qualifying lap. So, what are your predictions for today?
In terms of weather, I am predicting a wet race. Either fully, it should not necessarily a fully wet one, but yeah.
Predictions for the race.
In terms of the race result, I think it's going to be the top 3 the way they are right now. The qualifying order, basically, yeah. Aerodev, pre and Catty. So
what about your safety car percentage?
Safety car. Well, looking at the driver in P11, yeah, I think the number of laps that he's done on this set of softs will be the number of safety cars we might have. I'm kidding, of course. I think Blaze will have definitely improved on his racecraft after the race he had in Imola. Yeah, I'm hoping for a minimum number of safety cars, but yeah, Britain is Silverstone is not one to produce that many, if you ask me, because not many places where a driver can DNF unless the drivers collided to each other. Maybe cops, because people will try going flat out, so they might one or two drivers might spin out and bend it into the wall on the inside.
Yeah.
But still, I'm predicting zero. I'm hoping for zero. Let's see. Only time will tell. We also do not have a very packed grid right now. We just have 11 drivers, so the likelihood is that much lesser.
Yeah, sure. That's true.
That's the end of qualifying. The drivers are making their way into the pit zone. Yep, it's been a pretty neat sort of qualifying. And we did not notice this at all. The Pro has ousted Catty from his P3 with a lap of 36.647. A very good lap. Not to let's not forget that. Right now it's just we're just waiting on Stealthy Sunny's mechanics to fully put him in the pit in his and there we go. That's the session over. Let's run down through that qualifying grid. So the qualifying results, and that's Aerodev. Yeah, why don't you quickly capture the race, director? Yeah,
Yeah.
especially the incidents. Yeah, run down them quickly. Yeah. Yep, we can go back to the order. Yeah. Yep. Go back quickly. Yeah, so anyway, Aerodev takes P1 with a lap of 26.3, and followed by the Pro and Catty on P2 and P3 respectively. I think it was Stealthy Sunny still maintaining his P4. Yep, once the race lobby is up, we might get to look at the starting grid. That's a bit of buffering. Yep. So it looks like we might. There is a slight chance of rain.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'll make things spicy.
Well, spicy definitely, but wet Silverstone is if the pace of the drivers is pretty similar, then we won't have much. We won't have many moves being made because it's quite tough to overtake in the wet weather. Driver if any of the drivers make a small mistake, also they will just spam the RS to make up for it, and will most probably keep their position. I'm speaking from personal experience because it's what happened in the tier 2 race, and at one point I just got really frustrated, and there were not it was like it was like I had to wait 3-4 laps just to overtake one driver, in spite of having an incredibly high pace advantage. And since it was the visibility also was pretty poor, because I always run my graphic settings at max, so I brought that down on myself even then. Just give me a second, man. I'll be right back.
Yeah, sure thing. So guys, we are just waiting for the people to make the strategies, and the race will begin at 9:35 p.m.
9:35. I don't think the drivers will wait that long, because according to the rule books, it's a 1 minute buffer before the first driver readies up, and another 30 seconds before they're all forced to ready up and get the warm-up lap, the formation lap going. I'm pretty eager to see what tire strategies the drivers will be going on. I did notice one driver in the top 10 going on a set of mediums.
I think that's HB.
Yeah, then if it's HB, then it's HB in the top 10 who will be going on a set of mediums. Then probably Blaze Varun who qualified in P11. So,
Yes.
yep, will be interesting to see what tires he chooses to go on. Yep, the drivers still have not readied up. Yep.
It's 35.
It's 35. I'm not sure because it says it's 9:33 in my clock over here. But yeah, there is.
No. The race is going to start at 9:35.
Oh, all right. Then I guess we still have 2 minutes left to discuss about the strategies. If it's a fully dry race, I think it is definitely a one-stopper. It's a no-brainer, in fact.
Yeah.
But if any kind of rain will throw all the strategies out the window. It's otherwise it's a straight away one stopper race. Any other safety cars will definitely also alter the guys the drivers plans, of course, and that's there we go, we have our first driver readying up. So I believe it's a 26 lap race, 27 lap race. If my memory serves me right. But yeah, I think another 10 seconds, 5 seconds on after later we'll get to know what kind of how many laps we've got in racing and the tires that the drivers have decided to go on. And yep, it's a 26 lap race, just like I said, and yep, and the drivers are already off. Okay, pretty pacey, going off, taking off from the start finish line, and yep, it's just Walking Nut who's opted for a medium set. Blaze Varun has opted for a set of softs.
I think he's expecting for a safety car.
Or he just wants to make them. He probably just wants to make those moves in lap one itself. Yeah, knowing the eager driver that he is, he will be waiting to pounce on the guys in front of him, especially Walking Nut, because I think he is. I'm not sure if he set a qualifying lap, because we did see him crashing out in his last stint. So I think he will be the set of tires. He's on his that was narrowly there was almost a collision between Varun and Walking Nut. I think the Williams driver just slowed down a bit too much. I mean, looking at that gap between himself and the driver in front, it is a pretty big gap. And yeah, good. It was good on Varun to stay alert and avoid any sort of collision. But yeah, all the 10 out of 11 drivers have gone for a soft strategy, a soft medium strategy. If the race is fully dry, of course, and without any safety cars, just Walking Nut on the set of mediums. Yep, and we're just waiting on the drivers to start. Okay, so that was the AI taking over. I'm really sorry about my it's just, it's a good thing that from the next iteration of the game, we will have the option to manually put our cars into that starting box. Of course, if it adds that a little bit to the realism to the game. And yeah, can we go on board P2 once the lights are out? And that's 3 drivers have had a drive-through penalty for a jump start, and Catty is just stopped at the grid. I don't know what he's doing. All the other drivers have sped off, and oh no, Axel Bobby also has gotten a drive-through. It's probably a desync. We will have to wait and see if there is a lobby restart. But for now, Axel Bobby takes P1, although it is effective. I'm not really sure. He will be dropping down to P9 maybe. Meanwhile, Aerodev taking effective P1 has Yep, and oof, that's Axel. Axel Bobby went really wide there. I think he is probably just trying to get. And Catty has been disqualified from the session. Yeah, but it's mostly going to be a race restart. This was definitely not expected, as we can see the drivers are waving around on the track, and yep, actually Aerodev has gotten back his P1 position. Pre the Pro hot on his tail behind him, already dropped down to 5-6 tenths, and he's gaining more and more time through each corner. And yep, he's down by 7 tenths. Headsby, on the other hand, is following him close, and Simply Whitey looks to be making a move on Axel Bobby. Though at this point, looks like Axel Bobby is just giving away positions for Pre. He's dropped down from P1 to P7, and yeah, after that drive through, he will be probably behind Walking Nut also. But yeah, we just have to wait. Yeah, that's Axel Bobby going to the pits to service drive through, followed by Walking Nut, and Aerodev completes the first lap with a 132.966, and he's almost a second off already. He just needs, if yep, he's right now. He just pulled out of the DRS range from Pre the Pro, and yeah, he just needs.
Then we have a lobby restart.
Oh, all right. So yeah, pretty expected then that we will be having a lobby restart. Yeah, it was definitely a bit of lag from the host side, maybe that caused three drivers to have a jump start. But it doesn't look like the other drivers are slowing down.
Yeah, I don't think they so far.
Yeah, I think they're most probably not aware. Just give me a second. Yep, the coordinator has confirmed that we will be having a lobby restart. Yeah. Huh. Well, that was a mighty. Either way, it was a pretty fun start of the race that we saw. Uh, Meanwhile, we just have to wait for the drivers themselves to, you know, realize that there will be a lobby restart. So until then, they're just going to do laps around, and yeah. Oh, funnily, oh, okay, this is alright. So yep. Did look like there was going to be a bit of rain, but we'll not know now, at least now. But I think I think once you join the lobby as a spectator, maybe you can tell us something, Nutria. Hello, Nutria, are you there? Yep, I guess it.
I tried my best to communicate with the drivers who are racing.
Oh, all right.
I have an idea. If I leave the lobby, I think they might, you know.
Yeah, so you can try that maybe. Yeah, you go on and make the next lobby, then we'll be back after the second lobby is up.
And we're back. Sorry for that delay, lads. And it seems we had a slight technical issue on part of the game, and not a big surprise. But yeah, we should go racing again. And yeah, from the weather we saw there was overcast conditions, and we quite don't know what the exact weather is. I'm pretty sure the drivers would have seen it, and the lobby must have been reconfigured
And
in
we're
that
back.
scenario only.
Sorry
So
for that delay,
if there was rain
lads.
in the
And
previous lobby, we'll have
it
rain in
seems
this
we
one
had
as
a
well.
slight technical issue
And
on part of the
yeah,
game.
back to the race predictions. We have Aerodev on pole, taking a dominant pole position by, what was it, Dan, around 1 second almost.
Yeah, he did a 26.3. Not it wasn't a yeah. I did not expect pre the pro to do a 26.6. I mean, it was definitely possible. But I was hoping that Aerode would go like into the 25s with the kind of pace that he was showing. Probably
Yeah,
had a small off kind of off moment during his second stint.
indeed. And still waiting on the drivers to set their. Hopefully, they all remember to put their setups up because it is a lobby restart. And I had this one league race long back where there was a lobby restart, and I forgot to insert my setup again, and I was racing on default. So yeah, it's not fun. I can assure you that much. And yeah, just massive understeer all around. And yeah,
Yep.
Silverstone is a track where you do not want to be driving with understeer because of the nature of the corners. And yeah, I mean, basically, that's all there is to it.
Well, driving with a default setup takes me back to season 7 in Tier 2020 when I went when I went on a default setup after 2 lobby restarts. Uh, but you know, it was tough to drive. It was in Mexico. I don't think I mentioned it. It yeah, and you know how Mexico is. You need the best kind. You need as much downforce, as much turning in the car as possible. And yeah, with the default setup, it was supremely understeery. But yeah, somehow managed to take the win by 30 seconds. Subtle brag inserted. But yeah, and there we go. Uh, we have our formation lab going already, and
We
Sorry,
just have the tires and telemetry up. That would be lovely.
Nutria, can you invite
And
Link to the game, please? Invite Link to the game.
hello, starmaxlord.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to barge in there. Need help for telemetry. Have fun.
Yep.
yep,
I hope all the issues are sorted out now. Starmax, I think yeah, he's left the lobby already. Yep, it's just again walking nut on the set of mediums. PG 103 108. I think that's a telephone number. He's replacing what's his name, Blaze Varun, who has decided not to race in this after this restart. Yeah, pretty sad to see you go, my man. Yep. Moto here was really hoping that we could get to see you. We could get to see you drive once again in this race.
who?
You.
Oh, in the tier 1 race?
No. TierX, this race, what you're seeing right now.
Oh, Blaze Vernon is driving?
No, he's not.
Dan,
Yeah?
don't you see there is a driver missing?
Sorry?
He's saying that the driver
Blaze-
who's missing, apparently.
Blaze Varun.
Yeah, I was just telling you guys that Blaze
Oh.
Varun has been replaced by PG 103 108.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So, yep, everyone's ready after the formation lap. Only one runner on the mediums. And he's starting, obviously. Oh, he's within the top 10. Hopefully he's qualified on the medium tires as well in the qualifying session. Otherwise, that will be an instant disqualification. But 5 lights out, and that's a good start for the Williams driver there. Staying ahead of the Alpha and behind, but the Alpha behind following him closely, just tailing him around, going side by side. Is he going to send it down into this corner? The Alpha does go for the send, and they're going side by side through the loop here. Still side by side, and Aerodev's squeezing him out on the exit there and just staying ahead narrowly. And there's the Alpha was clashing tires with the Williams, but didn't have much of an overspeed. But he's going to attempt to go around the outside into this Luffield section. Not a lot of grip available there, and he's going to cut back and stay inside. But this has allowed Catty now to pull up and to these guys in front of him, and hopefully can get a good exit to challenge the front two runners. And yeah, that was a very clean start for all the guys.
Yeah, it looks like HB has had a pretty bad start. I think he stalled in the beginning. We didn't notice him slowing down, or I don't know. I think that was Scatty, but he's 4.5 seconds behind the driver in front, who is PG, and that's Stealthy Sunny following close behind Axel Haphazard King. Just a 10th off of him, and he will be. I think he is already spamming his ERS.
If we could just go back to Stealthy Sunny, and yeah, I think he's just still behind him, so he couldn't get the move done.
I think he's going to go
but
for
is he going to send it into Vale? He's trying to Axel half, leaving a lot of room there, but now he's going too wide on the second part, compromising his exit, but still parks his car beautifully to defend and stay ahead of Alex Bobby. But now Alex Bobby with the ERS dump is going to challenge into turn 1. It's a brave place to make a move. Has a good off track
what a moment!
And
what is this?
oh, the Ferrari is coming together.
Bobby has sent it into him. What is happening?
Oh, the Haphazard going sideways as well.
What's happened now? Oh man, there was a
Game went a bit haywire there. We couldn't quite see, but I'm pretty sure.
A lot of buffering on my end also.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but yeah, we did see both the Ferraris going into each other. A proper Brazil 2019 moment right here, my friends. It looks, but Axel Bobby seems to have come out the better of the two. I think Stealthy Sunny will have lost. Wait,
no, Axel Bobby's behind Stealthy Sunny, and he's losing more time, is he? Yeah, he is. He's got damage. Yep. He's missing an end plate right there. If you can see on the stream, left end plate is missing, and that's going to give him that chronic understeer, which you do not need around the circuit. But yeah, what was that?
I don't know what went on just then, because the stream was also going haywire. The drivers are also going crazy, and yeah.
Oh, there's almost a little dip to the left there, and I think that's walking there trying to make a move on the medium tires. He's on the harder comp, but I think Axel Haphazard has some damage. He's bleeding a lot of time here, gets a good cutback line on walking nut there, but then again gets a wash of understeer. Now has to contend and defend from Stealthy Sunny, who's just right behind his rear diffuser there.
Yep, Stealthy Sunny not really far off, and he's half is
He's
not.
He's at the rear of that pin. Oof. Taking a lot of sausage there, and then
he just gave him way. What's going on?
Oh.
I thought Half was giving him way, but he just went into him.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Does Half have any damage though?
I think he's just letting him by because Haphazard might have damage. If you go to the helicopter shot of the broadcast camera and just have a look, visibly it does not look. Oh, there's a Ferrari who's lagging back now. That's caused them to go side by side. The Alpine trying to go around the outside. Can he get the bar down? Not quite. He's still hanging behind him. But I don't know what is going on. Maybe if it's a case of desync at it or some lag at it. They're just going side by side through every corner here. These two drivers, yeah.
Yeah, I think they should be having a lot of damage, because they are, Stealthy Sunny no doubt, because, oh wait, that was Axel, sorry. The drivers are taking it really slowly. They're lifting off considerably through all the corners. Oof, that Stealthy Sunny going for an aggressive close on that move from Half, weaving all over in front of Half, but it looks like,
I tell you what, the Ferrari, the Alpine might not be visible for the Ferrari there, because he's not giving him any room, and both of them come into the pits. They're both going to be battling into the pits and out of the pits as well, so this battle is certainly not over. But further up ahead, the Pro, even though there was a huge distinction between qualifying pace, is still within DRS of Aerodev. So Aerodev is not having a lonely race as I'd expect him to be having, especially after that qualifying. And yeah, that's I think a haphazard was getting a wing change. Even the Ferrari is getting a wing change. Both the drivers have been pushing it, and both of them had damage to repair, and they both virtually come out at the same time as well. So just a battle of pit stops, a battle on track. Everything is it's literally a 1v1 they're having right now. But interestingly to note, their Ferrari's opted for the hard tires. So Axel Haas is just going to have that much more grip.
But
and
he's already overtaken him. Okay.
Okay, I don't know how slow the hard tires are, but I'm pretty sure they're not that slow.
What is that stunt? He has spun out already coming out of the pits. Oh no! Yeah,
that's just hard tires in this overcast weather as well. They'll be ice cold out of the pits there, and with how slow the pit lane speed is in Britain, those tires must have just cooled a bit all the more till the pit exit. So
well, his tires won't be cold anymore because he's drifted all over that corner there, and yep, the man will be having a pretty lava-ish tires for a while, but it's going to be a tough 21, 22-ish laps for the Ferrari driver. In fact, both the Ferraris have booked the last two places. Yep, not a good day for the Ferrari drivers. Both the drivers.
For the ahead, sorry. It seems Pri the Pro, who's just out of DRS, is still lingering just a bit above the DRS zone. And so is Catty closing up behind of Pri the Pro. Catty, who was going to win the Spa race, still an unfortunate 3 seconds he picked up. But he was still 3 seconds clear because he was in the soft tires. But then they did wear out by the end of it, and there's haphazard trying to go for a move on HB. This going side by side or not. I think he just got the move done there into the Vale chicane. And yeah, haphazard does have quite a bit of race pace here, and Bobby is just struggling a bit on those new medium tires.
Yes, I'm quite surprised to see haphazard having this much pace because the man just told me that he took his Xbox he took his Xbox out of his cupboard just before the race, and he's already giving the veterans of TierX a run for their money. Axel Bobby, Contro Bobby is not a driver to be counted out so quickly, but he's having a tough time against haphazard.
Yep. And I think Pri the Pro might have just dropped out of DRS there. He's 8 or a bit tenths back, and Catty's 8 tenths back, but Pri the Pro is 1.3 seconds behind Aerodev. So yeah, DRS can make or break your race here, considering how much of a DRS train we do look at in esports. It's usually mostly a DRS train in the circuit, which is because it's so powerful. So even if you have that race pace deficit, if your car is very slippery in a straight line, you can have a very, very good and competitive race. So back to this battle here. Alex Bobby just using that DRS to stick with the car ahead. And haphazard just cannot get past and get out of DRS.
Okay, can we quickly go on about Catty, please? I think there's a move coming up. Yeah. So he's actually quite a bit off of Pri the Pro, but he's so low on ERS also. Look at that, 9% in his tank, and the braking did help him regenerate a bit of it, but he still narrowed down that gap considerably. And Pri the Pro falling out of the DRS range from Aerodev did not help his situation, and it looks like he also might have gotten a warning there. It did look like he went off track for a bit. But I think Catty will be making a move on Pri for in the next straight. But we're having a lot. I think we're having.
Just give me 5 minutes, Dan. I'll just be back in 5 minutes. Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Twitch stream, the Twitch end is not doing us any favors. It's lagging exactly the moment when something's about to happen. Sincere apologies to everyone who's watching, and we just have to hope that nothing happens, no sort of technical yabba jabbas, and yeah, we just, proper solid racing. And yep, Catty looks like he had to lift off there. Looks like he did not take the best line out of that. I think he has to keep a small gap to Pre in front of him, and because that dirty air will definitely be slowing him down. But I think the gap right now is small enough to make that move down. Though he, what straight was it again? I forgot again. And yes, Catty's made it stick. Sorry, yeah, Catty's made it stick, and he's gone off track.
He's
Very
taken
off
a lot
track.
of liberties there, yeah, on the exit, but he's got the move done. But yeah, Pre the Pro won't be happy about that. But I'm pretty sure Catty's picked up a warning for that, because he went quite wide. But Pre the Pro has got a great exit out of the Wales chicane, and yeah, still keeping within DRS of Catty there. Right, just breathing down his neck, and he'll be using that extra, what do you call, top end speed with the help of DRCI. He gets a beautiful exit out of the loop, but then again, dirty air does give him that little wash, so he can't quite get on the pass quick. But yeah, he just 3 odd tenths behind. Let's see if he goes for a move into Luffield. No, chooses to stick back.
Yes, Cathy defending quite impressively here so far, but we still have a few more corners left before that long, almost a kilometer-ish DRS zone. Never seems to get over, because, oh man, if a driver is that close, as close as Pre is behind Catty, yeah, the driver in front will definitely be getting extremely nervous. But yeah, I think if the drivers keep a cool head, they and yeah, we are having a few issues on the Twitch end, and it looks like a blue flag car. Wait, what just happened? Was it Aerodev giving position?
Wait, what?
Aerodev just dropped down to P3. Can we go on board Aerodev, please?
What happened to Aerodev? Yeah. Oh, has he got? No, he's not got damage. Did he have a suffer spin?
I think he's just making things interesting for him. He was man was, I think, 2 seconds off Pre, and
Suffering from success, it seems.
Suffering from success. Could not have put the words better myself.
Yeah, but now it's a 3-way battle, and if you just have a look at sorry, there just something got caught in my throat. But if you just have a look at his lines, that he's trying to compromise his entry into that last corner to try and get a better exit. But now we got the perfect cameraman for the battle ahead, as Pre the Pro goes down the inside of Catty into Luffield. And Catty then sacrificing his entry line, trying to get a switch back on the car ahead, but gets a poor exit there, and Aerodev is just right behind his diffuser now. But the gap is stagnating between 3 tenths between the top 3 drivers, so it's literally just an equal battle to watch, and yeah, a lot of fun.
Well, equal, I don't know how much I can agree on that, because, kudos to Aerodev for trying to spice up things a bit. But yeah, he can. I think he's, look at how much ERS this man has got compared to Catty.
Is that a double overtake he's gonna do?
He's going side by side with Pre the Pro, and
still side by side.
Oh man!
Oh, going a bit off track. If you could have a better angle, he's still side by side, and that is an accomplished double overtake.
Or no, not.
It's Pre the Pro squeezing him out into the extent of the curving there, very as reminiscent of Verstappen and Leclerc here. This battle is beautiful, and yeah, both drivers giving each other ample of space, and this is what you love to see. This is what F1 is all about, this sheer clean, high-speed, clean racing. That's what F1 is, and that's certainly what we're getting tonight.
Yes, anything on a track deserves to be clean racing, and I think that's another.
This is a yellow flag, and
Sunny. Yep, had a moment out of Luffield.
He's just not having a good day, a good night, and yeah.
He's probably wanting to say goodnight to everybody else and just bugger off.
He probably wants to say goodnight to his race as well, because yeah, Ferrari's just not having a good race here. But looking at Catty, he's also dropped down out of the fight, and it's Simply now. So maybe we missed this because Catty might have suffered a spin as well.
No, Catty had pitted for a fresh set. Can we bring the tire detail, please? That's Arrow. They've almost making move out of Beckett's, and yep, he already had the DRS before the corner itself, and yeah, he's just coasting past Pre the Pro. 4 tenths in just that straight alone. PG 103, the number 3 second penalty, and that's Aerodev, and I think Pre is also going into the pits, and oof, locks up massively going into the pits there. Something reminiscent of what Hamilton did, and yeah, Aerodev is kind of like the Hamilton of this tier itself. So yeah, not much.
Pretty
difference.
much is, yeah. So he's the first of the soft runners to make a pit stop.
No. So Catty, look at Catty's thing.
Oh,
He
my
made-
bad, yeah.
He made it a
Catty
lap
is one.
earlier. Probably
Catty and PG and Sunny all have made pit stops from before.
Catty.
And,
Yeah, Catty will be looking to make the undercut.
no, he's a bit too far back for that. He's just entering Vale right now. And yeah, Aerodev is already exiting the pit lane exit.
Oh, Catty's.
that-
Look at that 7 10. And it's Sunny again.
Oh, the Sunny going out.
Oh,
But
man.
you're right. That is Catty undercutting, almost undercutting him
Almost
there.
undercutting him.
Yeah.
Yes.
7 tenths behind, and this is yeah, interesting. That's the battle back on, folks. And but Catty does not have the surplus of VRS and energy which Aerodev does.
Well, funny.
And
Yeah, funny thing to note, Moto. Aerodev, I was wondering how Aerodev got the DRS in that straight, and it was from Stealthy Sunny or Bobby. I'm not sure who it was. And yeah, we're just having a bit of an issue on the Twitch again. Okay, yeah. So he gave Aerodev a bit of DRS, and he spun out. And he gave Aerodev also. Aerodev got clean air due to that incident, and now he's sailing off into the horizon.
that is interesting. That's bit literally. Aerodev didn't have to do much there to stay ahead, and but to be fair to Catty, he's still kept it within DRS. So I think that's just when what comes into play is
Now we have to see if Pre the Pro has that's the cost of staying out for an extra lap, and Pre's lost his P1 or P2. I'm not sure which position it was.
yeah, he's tried to go for the overcut and it's not worked for him, but he's going to have the freshest set of tires out of all these three. But yeah, what I was going to say is that Catty also gave him the advantage of having heated up tires as well. So maybe that's why Aerodev kind of is struggling right now, because his tires aren't quite up to temperature and it is overcast here. So let's
Yep,
see.
just give me a second, Moto. I'm experiencing a lot of buffering. Let me just reset the stream. Yep. Should be live now. And yeah, so far from what we're seeing, Aerodev is he's already made the move on Catty down the DRS straight, and I think there was walking, not slowing down for, I think that's not blue flags. He's not been lapped by the field, but somehow he's still slowing down. And wait, what is happening? Look at Aerodev. He's in P6 now.
That is interesting. I
Can
don't
we
know
go on
what's
board
going on there.
Aerodev, please?
He's bit again. He's got damage,
Yeah.
I think.
Oh no. Not the best time to. We can
If
stay
you go
on.
to the broadcast camera, you could have a better look.
I don't think the pit lane doesn't allow the broadcast camera. We just have to pray
okay.
to the F1 gods.
Let's see if he
And
gets
they're
something.
trying to
He's
double
double stacking as well. Oh no.
Yep. Man's just thrown away this race.
His front wing looks fine. Is he just making an extra
And we
pit
have a
stop for
safety
flexing?
car already. We've got a safety car already, and I think one of the
What?
Ferraris binned it into turn one. So the last turn.
Did they see this coming? Oh, he's gone to another set of mediums, interestingly. Maybe the softs can't go till the end, but his teammate definitely thinks otherwise, because he's gone for the soft tires.
Moto, I don't know if you noticed, but both the Ferraris have DNF'd.
Oh.
I think Stealthy Sunny binned it out of the start-finish line, and I don't know where Bobby DNF'd. I think he just retired out of pure frustration. Well, that's quite unfortunate. But yeah, trying to keep up with that in IRL Ferrari form. Can't fault him for that. And yep, it looks like Mist has been gifted a free pit stop. I think this man is no, he's not. I think he's definitely not gonna make it. Not gain that many positions, but yeah, he will. I think he might have made the jump when Axel half in HP. I think Mist was running somewhere in P8 to P9, not sure. But the TierX champion right now is running in the last position. I think he's not really sure where he is at the moment, but yeah.
Well, this race could be very interesting now because what this gives us is a very fast driver stuck at the back on a completely fresh set of tires. So he is basically going to be driving flat out for the rest of this, and yeah, we shall certainly be seeing a charge from the Williams driver there at the back.
We should be having, I think, 10 laps of solid racing. Because I can still see Arrow Davis pitting again.
Oh, so he's definitely going for the softs now. There's nothing to lose because he's already at the back, and the safety car will be always waiting till the entire grid has bunched up.
Talk about flexing, man.
Yeah. It's literally no doubt. I mean, he has nothing to lose, as I mentioned before, and yeah, just putting on a set of fresh softs, the softest rubber, the grippiest rubber, and certainly going to aid his charge up the field now. And yep, he's definitely going to be putting on a show for us.
Well, kudos again, I guess, because yeah, I was praying that the race shouldn't get boring and. Otherwise it would be, and under normal circumstances, it would be just Arrow Dave just flying off from the pack, and yeah. But luckily, our man has, the champion has been considerate enough to slow down. Let the slower drivers get ahead and give the viewers something to watch. So we are just. I think we will have another lap of safety car soon. That Aston Martin. What is that? I'm not sure what. Is that a DB11 moto? If you're there.
Yeah. That you're asking?
Yeah, I was asking which Aston Martin the safety car is. Whether it's a DB11 or I don't know. I'm not.
I think it's yeah, well, even it's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't seem to recall. I'm just gonna look it up actually.
Yep. That beautiful, that aesthetically, that. Oh man, Yep.
It's the V8 Vantage, yeah.
V8 Vantage. Okay.
Yeah, it is a piece of beautiful machinery, and yeah, it looks just. I think it looks much better than the AMG. So.
Oh, yeah, any day.
Yeah,
I'm not really,
especially that rear is just so well done.
I'm not really a fan of that Mercedes's bonnet.
Yeah, same. The grille, right?
The bonnet itself, the whole front portion. It's. I think it's long. The bonnet itself is longer than a normal road car. Yeah, and.
Well, the Merc does remind me of an inbred Porsche, so yeah.
Oof.
Not a very aesthetically pleasing car, that's for sure.
Subtle burn for the Mercedes fans over here, but yeah, I don't think Moto's made any. I don't think his comments were targeted at the F1 car, of course, but yeah, the F1 car is also not doing too well, giving a lot of back pain to Hamilton and Russell. In real life.
That's what happens when you come up with a concept as weird as no side pods, I guess. I mean, I remember the paddock and literally all the fans. There was such a rout, as in as a team trying something so audacious as to removing such an integral element like the side pods. Oh, there's a RB just cutting some grass there. That was HB, yeah.
HB, yeah.
Herodev somehow finds himself in P7. I don't know how he's managed to do that because he was certainly in the back of the grid. So maybe some of the drivers might have looked at what Aerodev was doing and pitted for soft tires as well for mediums. But
Yeah,
that's another lap of safety car.
I don't think they want to get absolutely eaten up by this guy.
Yep. So the top two are it's funny, Dan, because the top two are certainly going to get eaten up by the entire pack here.
Yep, by the pro most certainly, because this man has shown pace that almost rivals Aerodev, almost rivals. So, but that still puts him considerably ahead of most of the drivers here. So Pre will be making up positions. Most probably will end up P1. But yeah, it's not going to be a cakewalk for Aerodev also, because a few drivers in front of him, like the likes of Pre the Pro himself, for example, they're going to be defending really hard, and they're seeing that they're on a similar strategy right now with equally worn out tires. But it's going to be a challenge for Aerodev to take that win from this position.
Yeah, a difficult challenge certainly is. It is, and I mean, I don't doubt his pace or his racecraft. He's just been super consistent over the season, and maybe I don't know. I haven't commentated for many Tier X races, so I'm not quite sure how much on-track battling he has been involved in over the course of the season. But yeah, this is just the best opportunity for me to see as to how Aerodev is going to cut through this field. So something certainly stuck in my throat today. I don't know why I've been coughing quite often. But yeah, safety car is in this lap, and we can finally have some racing action available for us to enjoy. And yeah, take it away, Dan.
Well, speaking of racing action for Aerodev, we did see the Williams man and the Alpha driver of Pre the Pro going at each other during the Spa race. And can we go quickly or go on board, Miss, please? And yeah, looks like Catty is taken off already through the loop, as you call it, and yeah, most of the drivers have gotten a good start, but it looks like Pre the Pro has already got the jump on walking nut. We see both the Alpha boys and the Red Bull of SB going side by side, and yeah, there's a move already been made. I think Pre the Pro has gained. That's simply. Miss has dropped 3, 4, 5 positions.
He's still dropping.
He's still dropping. Yeah,
he's spun out.
Yeah, he's spun out. That's sad for him. But yeah, Pre the Pro has made up to P2. And Simply Whitey looks like he's going side by side with Heads B and Heads.
The soft tires were like a gaggle of bullies for the medium runners right now. They're just overcrowding them because they just have so much more grip. But further back, we can see Simply and HB just going side by side everywhere through that first sector. And yeah. Silverstone again showing how good of a track it is for wheel-to-wheel racing, and we've just seen all around side-by-side action. He has walking nut, picks up a 3-second time penalty. But if you could go on board Aerodev and spectate what he's up to at the restart and how many positions he's gained. I think he's gained 2 already. 1 from the spin and 1 on-track overtake he's made.
There is a slight disturbance incoming.
Yeah, there is, in fact. Small technical issue, guys, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back. So yes, it was indeed a mad restart. Luckily we just had only one incident, and
bro, my throat is gone.
Yeah, we are still live, by the way, Moto, just letting you know.
Oh. It's alright, everyone can know.
Okay, we are almost in.
Yep. Pretty sure Aerodev's already made his way to P1 by now. Yeah, I think he's got another tank of ERS, maybe, because and he's deploying both at the same time, because his space certainly looks like that. I think I should ease off the praise that I'm heaping on top of Aerodev. Let's just I think I'm just going to stop. Yeah, too much for one day for one race. Yep, is the lobby up? Yep, it is up. So yeah, just
Yeah, we shall head on back. And yeah,
looks like the
resuming
weather is
right
clearing
now.
up right now.
Oh yeah.
Is
So now the soft tires are going to start to overheat a little bit. That's considering if the drivers have increased their pressures in response to the overcast weather or not. But yeah, we can see Aerodev filtering through the search sector. He's going to go for the send down to Vale, not quite. But brakes so much later and carries so much more speed and gets bogged down on the exit because he just ran into the back of HB. That's how much of an overspeed he does have, and yeah, evidently it just shows he's got picked up the fastest lap. Gets a beautiful line through turn 1. Is he going to send it down the inside into this loop section? And HB not giving him much space. There's a lot of wheel banging going on, and Aerodev has just had to back out of that and stick behind HB. Yeah,
Aerodev should have picked up a bit of invisible damage from that.
hopefully not. Yeah, hopefully not,
But-
because
Yeah.
it seems so fine so far because he's not getting that understeer as HB almost went into the grass there and very quickly averted that scenario. But yeah, into Cobb's corner, you can see how much he's gaining through that one corner alone. There's some stream buffering going on, can't quite
Yeah.
make out. But yeah, back to the battle. It seems HB, who still has DRS but doesn't have the aid of Slipstream, but certainly Aerodev does, and he's using that to his advantage and just steaming it down the inside, and that's a very rudimentary move there, a simple DRS overtake. But further in front, there's action kicking off as both the alphas are going side by side, and Pre the Pro and Simply are just going hammer and tong at it, and yeah, you can't quite say who's the fast of the two drivers right now.
Yeah, I think their mindset is also similar to Aerodev because they've sealed the Constructors' Championship for themselves, and yeah, they're probably also trying to looking at a
Yep.
chill drive and yeah, having a lot of buffering
Well, certainly not a
issues.
chill drive. I think the gloves are off and they're just going battling with each other as if they're two different teams. Because yeah, with the drivers, with the constructors being sealed, they have nothing to lose.
Yep, exactly.
Exalt was good to see, but back to this battle, Simply sending it down the inside of Luffield. Pre the Pro giving him the squeeze on the exit. As yeah, he sacrifices his entry onto the second part of Luffield there to get a better exit. Still right behind his teammate. Is he going to go for the Hamilton, send it to Cops? Not quite. Keeps it back and still following closely. Whereas Aerodev is just, you know, he's having a fun drive, not only in terms of his own racing, but he's getting to see a lot of battles in front of him as well. But yeah, just there through that corner alone, you can see Simply was a bit too close to the driver in front. And because of that, he had the wash of dirty air through the first part of Maggots, but now he's got DRS. Is he going to send it down the inside? He goes for a very late maneuver, and Pre the Pro just gets a nice switch back on him. But now into Vale, is he going to send it down the inside? Pre the Pro giving him the room there, getting his very botched exit because of that, and even then Simply is still behind him. Wow, I'm sort of breathless from there. It's just action all around.
Well,
This TierX race.
Well, I will take over for you. I'll take over for a bit, and oh, that's Simply White team almost pushing Free the Pro off the track
Wow.
entirely, and that's another drive. I think that was HB. And once again, it
HB
was
just
HB.
sneaking it in there, and yeah, it was a bit too much. Yep.
HB, I think he just went that bit too late on the brakes, and he just knocked Simply Whitey off the track entirely, and he's lost 2 positions in that
Yep.
single corner. Oh no!
Wow, this is TierX really providing for tonight. What an action-packed race we've had so far, and just overtakes through corners where you don't even expect them to be going side by side. That's the effect of a soft tire in a sprint scenario.
Well,
So yeah,
what they are lacking in terms of quantity, they are compensating with quality.
Yup.
I mean, yeah, we have seen an incredible 21 laps of racing with all kinds of masala with the championship, the champion himself slowing down. So, back up the grid a little bit closer, and he. Oh, I'm not really sure what happened there because the stream is a bit buffering.
How has Catty still maintained the lead on the medium tires?
Yes.
How?
It's probably because the soft runners might be facing a bit of.
They have just been battling and costing each other time, and that's allowed Catty to just still stay ahead.
Yeah.
That's just insane how much battling has been going on since the restart.
Aerodev is locking up all over the place. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but yeah, I definitely can. And he's just spamming his CRS in every corner. And made a late movement on. No.
A lot of buffering going on.
This is so frustrating, man. What is this?
We're seeing the move done in slow motion. They're still going side by side into this love field section, and still side by side. Wow, that took a whole 10 seconds just to get to the next part of love field there, and they have now teleported into Corpse Corner. And just Aerodev, absolutely immense pace he's showing here.
And got a 3-second penalty. Sorry to interrupt you, Moto.
No problem, Dan. No problem at all. And yeah, that's a 3-second penalty, but it doesn't matter because whoever finishes, it doesn't matter where we just want more racing. And more racing is what we're going to get as Aerodev is just going around the outside. Yep, he's made the move before the braking zone. Takes the apex beautifully, and now Catty will be shivering up in front because he is already flashing there. He's out of ERS, whereas Aerodev quite low himself, but still if Catty's flashing, that means he's on what 5% ERS or less than 10%?
8%.
8% versus 30%. Yeah, it's not going to be much of a battle, but you never know. We can just see how hard Catty's going to defend here because he just wants to go balls to the wall there, excuse my language, and just win this last race.
Well, Aerodev's pretty much done it all this time. He's qualified on pole. He slowed down for everybody. He went to P9 and dropped down to the last possible position, and he's still, he will make it back into P1 from the looks of it.
Yep.
Well,
just 3 more laps to go. It's going to come down to the wire or maybe not. Depends on how well Aerodev can take this Corpse Corner. Yep, he's taken it beautifully, he's used a lot of inside curb, which I've noticed is a very beneficiary because it does give you that rotation which you do need on heavy fuel loads because the car does not want to turn in at especially when you're going flat out. With the aid of DRS, Aerodev is just closing in. Catty is flashing, so he's used a bit there to defend, and Aerodev has chosen not to. So if Catty is used there to defend and Aerodev has not, that just means just goes to show that Aerodev is just more slippier in a straight line because he's just closed up that much on the exit there of Beckett's there, and it's going to be the overtake. I think it's going to be down into Luffield. What do you think, Dan? Okay, I'll just cover for him there as P the Pro. Well, hello there. He's just sneaked up and down the inside on the left there of Aerodev and got the move done. A very cheeky little move there. Or has Aerodev allowed that to happen as well? Or maybe just P the Pro has caught him off guard, caught him napping and just gone for a move down the inside. A very cheeky and very nice overtake, nimble overtake from the Alpha driver there. But this is good for Catty because he was worried that Aerodev might get him into this DRS zone into Luffield, but now he has P the Pro to contend with. And
yeah, Moto, sorry for that moment. I did not notice that my mic was turned off and I was literally shouting at a wall. I did hear you loud and clear. I was answering your question, but my mic was off, so very sorry about that. And that's Catty and banging wheels, and luckily nobody has spun off into the wall, and no drivers seem to be safe. No damage so far. Looks of it. Aerodev sticking all 3 drivers sticking supremely close to each other. It looks like Catty has gotten a very bad exit out, and this buffering again is frustrating the hell out of me. I might punch something right now, but yeah, it's back to normal, and drivers are still close to each other, and Aerodev is Yep, I think Catty is gonna get eaten up in the next DRS straight.
No, tell you what, the softs are going to be dying. Well, not dying per se, but will be quite worn out at this stage of the race because it has been 10 laps on those softs for all these drivers who did pit for that tire compound. So Catty might have a lifeline here, but it seems Pre the Pro is just way too close there. And with the help of DRS, let's have a look what is going to happen in front as we go on board Aerodev. Again, perfect cameraman for this battle up ahead. Pre the Pro sending it down the outside, which turns into the inside for the next corner if we ever get to it. Game keeping us in suspense there, and it seems Pre the Pro has gotten the move done into left field. But now Catty will have the chance, will have the aid for DRS if he can keep within the 1 second window of the car in front of him. Going through Maggots and Beckett's, you want to be compromising your lines here if you're stuck behind a driver because of, to account for the dirty air. And Aerodev has done that incredibly well. Catty as well because he's stuck behind Pre the Pro. It's going to be 3 wide into this corner, but Aerodev on the outside is going to carry just that much more speed and gets the double overtake done. What a move that is from the championship leader. What a move.
I think it was a clever position also that Aerodev put himself in because Catty was right behind Pri, and Pri was, he had blocked down the inside, so Catty had pretty much nowhere to go, but it looks like he still found a bit of room. But yeah, I think that he just the Williams driver just had a tad bit of grip, and that helped him out of that corner.
Yeah, now it's going to be Aerodev who's going to have to do the defending. Let's have a look. Catty was on the lower end of ERS, and it really does show with the delta because he hasn't been able to close up all too much. Meanwhile, Pre the Pro is just as much closer to the Red Bull in front as Catty is now to the car in front. Wow,
sorry to interrupt you once again, but we are in the final lap of the race and we completely forgot to.
Yup, it's been that invigorating the battle because we have missed out on such a big detail there. But yeah, it's the final lap of the race, and we're gonna have to have a look and see if Catty is going to go for the move down the straight. Aerodev sticking all the way to the left, now going all the way to the right, try to break free of the slipstream. I don't think it's going to be enough for Catty. Yeah, the straight was just not long enough, and Aerodev just holds out once again to take the win. What a drive from the Williams driver, really cementing his position in the steer as he comes home to win the Silverstone Grand Prix. Not a dominant drive, he's had a lot of work to do, and I'm glad he did because it's given us such a good race, a classic if you'll ask me. That's got to be one of the classic races in IRC because that was amazing. Yeah.
Yes, not many drivers in IRC have willingly done a last to first kind of thing, especially after they've qualified in pole and I've only seen one or two drivers do that in ACC, but this man, he's just made of something else, I tell you. I think, he did make that move for P1 in the penultimate lap, but nevertheless it didn't matter. He did make the move in the end, and wow, what a race this man has given us. In fact,
yep.
Not just this man, P1 to P4, all of it. Well, P4 because Pre the Pro has lost his podium place to Simply YT because of.
Yeah, that's something we didn't catch on to because the battle was focused on between Catty and Aerodev.
Psych. I was just gonna ask Nutria to go to haphazard because I think he tried to do some kind of unranked lobby thing by stopping in the start-finish line, and surprisingly enough, Walking Nut takes the driver of the day. I don't know, Moto, who is your driver of the day?
Well, yeah, it's actually quite difficult because I'd say Catty had a brilliant race because the way he just kept ahead and took advantage of the battles behind him, even though he was on the slower compound, and I'm guessing the soft to the medium delta must have been around at least a second and a half or maybe a second and 2/10, you never know. So yeah, Catty did have a lot of raw race pace to keep ahead, but then again, we had Aerodev who was making a lot of moves down up the field, and Yeah, I don't know between these two drivers. I'll just give it to both of them if I'll be honest. You'll have two drivers of the days because yeah, both of them had brilliant drives tonight.
Well, if you ask me, Aerodev is the no-brainer choice because this man is, like I said earlier in the race, also done everything. But yeah, I'm more of staying off the mainstream kind of guy. So yeah, I will go for Catty. Yeah, but because especially because of the brilliant defending he's done, starting on a four lap, a set of mediums that were 4 laps older than the drivers behind him. And in spite of that, he managed to hold on to his position till the penultimate lap, only to
Yep.
yeah. So brilliant race from him as well. Yep. Let's just quickly go to the podium interviews then. And yep, and I think all the drivers. Yep, the drivers have already joined in to the for the podium interviews. So yeah, why don't we take it away, Moto? Why don't you start off with P3 finisher, Simply YT?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, going on to P3, taking the third step of the podium is the Alpha driver of Alpha Romeo driver Simply. Congratulations on the finish, Simply. A good way to round off the season with a podium. And yeah, surely you must have seen from that race. It was a pretty eventful one. What are your thoughts on it overall?
Yeah, thank you so much, Moto. Yeah, I mean, after what happened in the whole season, I mean, we started off strong, me and Dave, and then yeah, it just turned out to be unlucky for me. But yeah, I mean, thanks to Dave, I've learned a lot through the season, which I will definitely carry over and I will put into practice in the next season. Since we're going up against the PC guys as well, so that's gonna come in handy. A few tips from Dave. Of course, the champion. Very good season from him. And in terms of my race, um, yeah, I mean, it started off decently, and then I was just hoping to stay within that DRS, which I failed to do in the first stint because I don't know, I just have like very bad tire wear on my first stint, and then I pit, of course, for mediums, and immediately the safety car came out after like a lap or so. So of course, I was just hoping like, okay, I'll go on to softs, and we could double stack since it was a safety car. So yeah, my plan was to double stack and go from there and possibly beat Catty as well. On track at least, and Pre as well, since we us three were fighting for P2, and I'm not sure what it stands as of now, but I think I've gotten P2. I think Catty can confirm us that if it is or not. And then yeah, I had a contact with Pre, so our final debrief, we will go over why he decided to do what he decided to do. I mean, in my opinion, it was sort of petty because he knew I was much faster than him. But yeah, we'll talk about it after this. And just before I stop talking, I know it's been a lot, but apologies. But just before I stop, me and Pri have set a new constructors record in all of IRC. So it would be interesting to see, if people could beat that or not. So yeah, that's all.
What is that record,
What
if I
what
may
is the
ask?
record? Yeah, you got to specify that.
The constructors points record, like out of all of IRC, including all seasons, like not including all seasons, but like in all of the seasons, in all of the constructors and in all tiers, we have the most points. We currently hold the most points in constructors.
Wow, that is a pretty impressive record. Yep.
Impressive
Yeah, it
indeed.
shows how consistent you guys have been. But yeah, going back to the race, I think we missed an overtake between you and Pri. You got the podium because we were focused on Catty and Aerodev. So what talk us through that? Like what happened there?
I mean, again, because of that contact, I fell back quite a lot, and then of course Dave was there, so I was just hoping that, of course, Dave being Dave, he'll be like much faster than Catty and Pri, so he's gonna slow them down. And this absolute legend of a man did exactly that, because I needed at least a top three finish, I think, to keep my P2 in the WDC. And this man just went in there in the last 3-4 laps or how many ever it was, and he just made sure they slowed down. And luckily, Pri got a 3-second time penalty. So, Dave slowing them down, plus me like dumping a lot of my ARS, helped me get that, I think, P2 and WDC. So that is essentially what happened. I didn't overtake him on track, unfortunately.
That is great to hear. Yeah, congrats again, and yeah,
Yeah.
good stuff on the
Sim-
season. And yeah,
Yeah, Moto, before we go on, go to the next driver, simply I just want to let you know that on stream, I think you're talking about that spin you had, I think, which corner was that? Give me a second. I think you're talking about the out of village when you had a moment. I think you had a spin or something.
Uh,
Yeah,
my teammate squeezed me onto HB behind, and then
yeah,
HB, of course,
HB.
couldn't react because there was no space. So I just ended up, my car half spun. Luckily, I managed to save myself, and then yeah.
Yeah, so there were no team orders basically between you and Pre. It was
I
just all
mean,
out racing.
uh, yes, of course. I mean, it was in anyone's hands, so we made it pretty clear to each other. Whatever happens, just try to keep it clean and don't no team orders. Just do whatever you can the best, and whatever happens in the end of the day, the best man get P2 or whatever. So yeah.
All right, so yep, that's a good show that you and Pre put on for us. Thank you once again and congratulations on getting the getting P3.
Thank you so much.
Moving on, Catty, are you there with us?
Yep, I'm here.
Yep. Congratulations on getting P2, man. What a stellar drive you put on, and especially during that second stint when everybody behind you was on fresh softs and you were on 3 or 4 lap old mediums. So what was your thought process at that moment?
So I mean, the first stint, it was pretty decent. I saw like pretty early on. I had the pace to stay with the Pri and Dev, but yeah, I didn't pit because early on in the soft stint, like around lap 3 or 4 itself, I started hitting like around 106 degrees on the softs, and plus by the time I'd reached lap 10, it was around 50%. So I knew my mediums would have lasted much better, and there would be much less tie heating issues. And yeah, I think that was a really good stint from me.
Yeah, it was. I think it was the smarter choice because I think I'm guessing that you might have gone a bit too high on the pressures. So, yeah, probably why your softs were overheating. And yeah, I think that battling between Aerodev and Pre definitely helped your cause because you managed to hold on to that lead position till the penultimate lap. So yeah, brilliant drive from you, mate. Congratulations on getting P2.
Yep, thanks.
Yeah. So Moto, why don't you take over the interview for our winner, our champion?
yeah, absolutely. And yep, congrats, Catty, on the P2. Yeah, good drive from you there. Just to sum it up. And yeah, now to P1, man of the moment, the man of the season. Erdev, it's been a brilliant season for you. You've already sealed the championship. And it looks like you just wanted to offer the stream some masala because you was that a mandatory like a required pit stop you made just before the safety car came out, or was that just done to make it a bit more interesting?
Yeah, I actually got damaged. I ran into the back of my teammate, and
Ah,
both of us broke our wings. So I ran into him, so it was my fault. So I let him go in front. We double stacked it. Basically costed me like 50 seconds, but luckily the safety car came out, and I knew the stream would have a nice and like a nice view of the race after that.
yep.
So yeah.
Yeah, you certainly did offer a very nice view. Lots of overtakes. Talk us through your battles. Like, did you have fun racing them, or was it just a headache going through the field again?
No, it was really fun. After like lap 8 or something, I slowed down and let Pri and Catty by because I didn't want another boring race, especially for the stream. So I let them by, and then Catty boxed, I boxed, and then I was going for a fastest lap. That's when I ran into my teammate Vivek and broke our wings. Luckily, the safety car came out, and I was at the beginning I was panicking because I knew all the drivers ahead of me were pretty fast. Um, I navigated through the tops. I mean, I got into sixth, I think, And then that's when HB, Simply, Pri, and Catty were there, and they weren't easy. No, it was pretty hard to get past all of them. But Simply was easy to get past because HB kind of ran to the back of him. And Pri and Catty were really good. It was not easy to get past them. So, but it was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, fun race for you and fun, an amazing spectacle for us as well. Aerodev, I simply don't know where you find all of this space from. I'm just amazed by how fast you are, and the show that you put on in this race makes me all the more makes me wish that you were racing with us. You will race with us in season 9 as well, especially after crossplay comes in, and all the tiers will be mixed. But yeah, we all have our own lives to take care of, and we wish you.
It sucks to see you guys go, but and sucks to leave you guys. But it was really fun. The atmosphere, the racing, everything was pretty professional and well maintained by everyone. The mods, the PC guys, Xbox guys, everyone was civil. And it was really nice. It was a really good season. I'm very impressed, and I hope to join again someday, maybe on PC or whatever.
Yep.
But
we all hope for the same as well. And once again, congratulations on getting P1 and the Drivers' Championship, and wish you all the very best for your future endeavors, man.
Thanks.
All right, then that concludes our podium interviews. And
Yep.
yeah, I think I'd be spot on when I say that you and I both are absolutely, dumbstruck. Is that the right word? By what we've seen so far.
Absolutely. You can certainly use that word because it's been a spectacular race. Nothing like we expected. We just expected a procession really last race. Little battles here and there, but
something like what happened in Tier 2 Belgium.
pretty much something like that is what we expected. But certainly I take this any day over. And good racing is always what the viewers love to watch, and I'm pretty sure the stream is going to do very well. But that's it for tonight, folks. That's TierX Season 8 finishing it up here. One of our biggest iterations of League Racing in IRC Season 8, and that's the Xbox wrap up right there. Do tune in. We go live next weekend. Not this weekend. It's on hiatus. We do come back next weekend for the Tier 1 finale at 26th of June. On Sunday, and also the tier 2 finale in a way, but the tier 2 has already been settled, so it's going to be just a race to race for, unless we might have something like this one.
Tier 2 has not been settled yet, my friend. The fight is still on for the Drivers' Championship.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, never mind then. Do stay tuned for Tier 2 as well, which goes live on 25th of June, same time at 8 o'clock. So 2 tiers left in Season 8. Both tiers are going to come down to the wire in terms of the championship standings and the WDC decider. So do tune in for those. We have our socials down in our descriptions. And see you guys next week. And this is IRC signing out. Good night.